G'day guys, welcome to Primal Waters. Today we're going to have a look at this article that I found a few months back. I'm not too sure I've actually covered this in the past, but we're going to go back and have a look at it for those of you who are new to the channel and may have missed that video. Now this is about a story of a legendary shark, a great white shark in New Zealand. Where people have estimated the size of the shark to be around about 11 meters in length, and that is about 36 feet. Now, this legendary beast was mentioned to stalk the waters off of Stewart Island in New Zealand. So we'll have a look at Google Maps and we'll have a look here. And so this is New Zealand, and it's in the southernmost part of New Zealand down here, and this is Stewart Island here. Now, I'm not too sure what part of the island, but apparently this is a very good spot to see great whites. Now, some of these great whites I do believe migrate between Australia and New Zealand, and they're meant to be one of the biggest sharks or great white shark areas in the world. So, very interesting. I don't know a lot about Stewart Island and the sharks that are in New Zealand, but I have read in the past that most of these sharks migrate from the eastern parts of Australia over here. And the story I did about the Megalodon sighting, if I can find, I might actually look at it another time, but this is the eastern part of Australia where I talked about the Meg sightings in the past. But yeah, Stewart Island down here, so very interesting. So we'll have a look at this article here. Is there really 11-meter shark lurking off the coast of New Zealand? US experts hunt for the legendary beast. Now, this was part of the Discovery Channel's Shark Week a few years back, called Layer of the Mega Shark. I actually have seen this episode, and it's quite interesting. An American expert has documented his search for 11-meter shark. The legendary shark reportedly swims off Stewart Island in New Zealand. Local fishermen have been heard telling tales of the huge shark. Jeff Kerr and his team took their cameras into the deep sea to unearth the creature. Stewart Island is a hub of activity for great white sharks. The area has been protected since 2007. No formal sightings of the 11-meter shark have been reported. The Discovery Channel documentary will air on December 1st. So, obviously, this was a documentary for Shark Week for Australia and New Zealand. For some reason, we don't get Shark Week too often here in Australia for some reason, which is disappointing. An American shark expert is on the hunt for 11-meter great white shark off of New Zealand's South Island. Jeff Kerr and his team of professional shark specialists recorded their dangerous search for the gigantic shark for their new documentary. Jeff was intrigued by New Zealand's waters after local fishermen were overheard telling tales of the huge shark appearing off Stewart Island. The shark fanatic and his team of thrill-seeking investigators teamed up with the Discovery Channel to uncover the truth behind the legendary 11-meter shark, which prowls off New Zealand's coast. Now, another thing I suppose I can mention, like I said, most sharks or great whites migrate between Australia and New Zealand. So this legendary of the size of the shark could be, if true, could be the same shark that's spotted in the eastern states of Australia all those years back and stuff like that. So just got to take that in mind. While Stewart Island is a hive of activity for sharks, Jeff was on the hunt for the mega specimen and took to diving in the dark to view the creatures at their most active time. Speaking to the New Zealand Herald, Jeff said it was one of the most full-on shark diving experiences he's ever had, and believes New Zealand is one of the most populated areas for great white sharks in the world. So there is some videos here. I will link this article in the description bar down below so you can come over and have a read and check these videos out. Obviously, I'm not going to play them, but there's a few here. These things are just coming out of the darkness and they're super big. There were quite a number of sharks there, and they were all go, he said. However, experts believe the fabled 11-metre shark is just a legend and no formal sightings of the monster have been recorded. The renewed interest in New Zealand's shark community is at an all-time high due to the death of this gentleman in a great white incident in, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name here, last February. It was the first shark incident in New Zealand since 1976. In the exhilarating footage, the sharks can be seen repeatedly ramming the cage, moving it across the seafloor and taunting the divers. At one point in the documentary, Jeff opens the door of the diving cage to capture a close-up of one of the magnificent sharks. Within minutes, the shark had spotted the men in the cage and made its move, ramming into the cage with its wide mouth. The shark managed to make his way in through the entrance. However, he backs away shortly after the door is swiftly shut closed, with Jeff and the divers proclaiming that it's too risky. Jeff said he spoke to the fishermen in the local area, with many of them recounting experiences they have had with the mammoth great white sharks. One fisherman told the diver that he that he had witnessed a 30-foot long shark off the island. Jeff, who has been part of the Discovery Channel show Shark Week series since 1991, told the newspaper that his experience in New Zealand was quite spectacular. I think the sharks we saw in New Zealand were probably the largest sharks I've ever seen in 25 years of Shark Week, he said, explaining the moment the team came across a shark that measured between 6 and 7 metres. Jeff said it was just a majestic animal. The sharks swimming off Stewart Island are protected by New Zealand waters since 2007. While the team did not find any sharks as big at the 11-metre legend, Jeff believes they came close. He also marvelled at the fact that not much research has been done off the coast of the remote New Zealand island, which is a hub of activity for great white sharks. While he believes there is so much more he has to learn about the beautiful creatures, Carr and his team managed to attach a fin cam to the shark dorsal fin. They captured sharks socializing with each other and came to the conclusion that they are not solitary, that word, they are made out to be. If I cut out words like this, it's because, YouTube, the lay of the mega shark kicks off Shark Week at 8:30 p.m. on December 1st on Discovery Channel. So December 1st is Australia's and I think New Zealand's summer. It's definitely Australia's summer. I'm pretty sure it's the same with New Zealand as well. So, but I'll provide the link down below. There's some videos to watch. I'm pretty sure if you type in layer of the mega shark, you'll find the actual documentary on YouTube. I might even whack it down there for yourself. So you can have a watch. But legend of 11-metre great white shark. There you go. See, I love stories like this. There's plenty of them around the world that go back hundreds of years of fishermen encountering these large sharks, and there has to be bigger great whites out there somewhere, bigger than the ones that we know of. So, yeah, interesting. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for tuning in. Drop a comment down below, hit that like button, share this video, and if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and make sure you check out my other shark videos. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.